Disclaimer, buckle up. This episode of Three Friends and All the Things is packed with foul language, inappropriate comments, and even some streaking. If that's your jam, then welcome to the circus. Let the shenanigans begin.
Welcome to Three Friends and All the Things podcast, the show where filters go to die, opinions fly free, and laughter is basically a full-time job. They're not here to solve the world's problems. They are here just to make each other laugh and maybe learn a thing or two along the way. This is Three Friends and All the Things podcast, real talk for real people.
I have this habit of doing this on my lower lip, right? I don't know why.
Is that because of your slopey eye?
Droopy eye.
Droopy eye?
Sloppy eye. Sloppy eye.
Because if it slopes, then you have to I don't know,
right.
Maybe it centers you more.
Maybe, I don't know. But I've realized that I give myself lip hickey.
What is a lip hickey?
A hickey on my lip because I do this.
It's when you suck your lip.
And I don't know why I do it, but then every now and then there's like a one day I was like, oh my God, is there a bruise? And I'm like, oh my God, I gave myself a fucking hickey on my lip.
Do you buy yourself
just so
dinner
we all
afterwards? Know. Like roses, flowers, something?
Yeah, I do.
Welcome to Three Friends and All the Things podcast. How's everybody doing today? This is our Thanksgiving edition. Oh, break out the turkey and gobble gobble. How about that stuff? What's up, guys? How's everybody doing today?
Good. How
What's
are you?
up?
I'm all right. I got my deer hunting outfit on.
Yeah.
That's odd because Dave went hunting this morning. And got some
I
deer.
didn't ask. I've been waiting because this was my outfit. This is what I was going to go in, and I said I'm ready. I look pretty, all right, to attract a deer, so Dave can shoot him.
We got a big doe today.
Did you?
Did you?
Yeah. Big
How
doe.
much you think?
Probably about 90 pounds.
Wow.
Second biggest. I killed a 130 before. That's the second biggest I think I've ever shot.
Wow. That's great.
And I will say, Jay, sorry, not to interrupt you, Dave, but Jay, you do look very pretty with your new haircut.
I do. I like to thank Lindsay from Railway Barber on Acco Ave. Lindsay, go see her because she, the whole
I don't think she could do much for me. I don't have much hair.
No, I mean, listen, you got to think.
Does she do
She could
beards
probably
and
do
stuff?
Yeah, they do beard. It's a barbershop.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the barbershop. They
there you go, Dave.
They do beards. They do beards there. They'll trim it up. She always cleans the top end of mine up for me, so it's nice. Stuff that I can't see.
Yeah, I need to clean it up.
But yeah,
there you go. See Lindsay.
Go see Lindsay.
Mm-hmm.
Lindsay is the
Lindsay. I'm on my way.
Railway Barbershop on Echo Ave. So today we're going to talk about Thanksgiving, right? And I don't know. I kind of think like Thanksgiving is kind of like that throwaway holiday, right? Right? Because like here we are, and it's like it's sandwiched between Halloween, that other scary holiday, election season, and then Christmas is on the back end of that, right? And everybody like I know in our household it's a springboard for Christmas, but you know I think that growing up Thanksgiving traditions have changed through the years. Like, what was some of your traditions growing up?
Go ahead, Dave.
So one of the traditions, we always had Thanksgiving dinner late, and then we'd pack up and run out the door and get ready for Black Friday. So my parents would always cook, start dinner fairly later in the day.
Right.
And we'd put football games would be on. We'd sit around the TV, the five of us. And by the time dinner was ready, about an hour before, my aunt and uncle would show up with my cousins, and then we would just feast, and then it would be break for the cars and get to the stores as quickly as possible. So yeah, we would head out to, the stores and get in lines, and then get in the store, and then all chaos would break loose. But most of the traditional stuff that we did during the Thanksgiving Day feast was football.
Yeah, I did that too. Like we would do the turkey bowls.
Yeah.
Oh no, you would watch.
We watched the NFL. Yeah.
Yeah, for years we would do, and we get everybody together from the firehouse, and it started when I was younger, actually, before I was even in the fire department. My buddy would take me every year to his family turkey bowl, And I was just like, this is so cool. So when I got older, I'm like, I want to start my own. So I started one with the fire department, and we would get together bright and early, get up, and we would bring it was always apple cider and donuts, and play football. Yeah, that was
How
fun.
about you, Kris? What did you do?
We would go to my grandmother's house, and we would my grandmother would get up early, and she'd put the turkey in at it's stupid o'clock, like 6 o'clock in the morning or something, because we usually ate at like 2-ish, 3 o'clock if it was like a late dinner. And we would go over, and she'd have the turkey cooking, and she'd have like this whole spread out on the table, like cheese, crackers, like kibasi, all the stuff, right? Just hanging out on the table. And we'd pick and pick and pick. When I was younger, we used to set the table in the dining room and sit around and have like a family meal. But then as we got older, two of my cousins were in the area. They were in Philly. So my cousins would come. And then, it was the college friends who didn't have anywhere to go because maybe they lived out of state. They would come, friends would come, boyfriends, girlfriends would come. And then it just became like a whole big thing where she would still cook the same, but then it became like a buffet style because we had so many people, we couldn't fit around the table anymore. So, and football was always on. And I just remember, hanging around in the kitchen and the smell of turkey and it being cold outside and like taking the dog out in the backyard. And it would be like windy and cold and sunny. And the leaves were like crispy, like crunchy on like while you're outside. And then you'd go back in and it was like, oh yeah, the smell of Thanksgiving. It was always like a thing, but football watching. And then you went into your food coma after. And I think there was always like a night game on, like for football. And I think everyone was basically asleep in their food coma before it even started.
So what's the scientific fact of their being asleep? What is it called in the turkey?
Tryptophan, I think.
Yeah. That makes you.
And it makes you tired.
Yeah.
I probably made it. If we ate early, I probably didn't make it to 3 o'clock after I got done eating.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the traditional, like it's so weird because like that was like one holiday. My mom rarely made a turkey. She would always make the turkey for Christmas. But
I was just going to ask that question. Traditionally, did you guys have turkey or did you have something else?
We did turkey. And usually my grandmother, my mom usually cooked because my grandmother lived with us. So we usually did turkey, and then my grandmother would do some type of lasagna or something.
Yeah.
It was like a side.
Like my mom would always cook turkey after the fact. But to be honest with you, my family always went to Mama Ventura's on Thanksgiving, which was that Italian restaurant down on 73.
Ventura's. Oh my God, that's bringing it back.
Yeah. So because my mom, my mom was a little spoiled. And she, always wanted to do that. So like that was our Thanksgiving tradition, but she would always still go and like the next day cook a turkey, make her stuffing. So we had leftovers. But like Christmas, and it's funny because my sister does this now too. My sister will cook a turkey, she'll cook a ham, and she'll cook a ton of like gravy, meatballs, ravioli, like
you got like food for days.
It's ridiculous. And and when I cook for Christmas, we do that too, because Christmas Eve, whatever it may be. So so it's I think the food thing is a big thing. But yeah, we used to go out, believe it or not.
We did too in later years, like when my grandmother became older and it was like too much for her to be doing. I just remember the dishes, the piles of dishes, and we did the clean as you go because I remember my grandmother being in the kitchen not right, like dishes for days. Yeah. And so as my grandmother got older, we decided to go out to dinner, and we would pay for the whole big like meal, the turkey, it was like everything. It was like family style. They bring everything to the table and it included dessert, the whole thing. And it was nice because there was no cleanup and it became more convenient,
Right.
But now, it still makes me miss the traditional, like go to someone's house and have Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I mean, and now we kind of we go with my sister for Thanksgiving. It's either
Mhm.
last year was at her house. Actually, I
Mhm.
was just having this discussion because I was telling my wife, I said, last year it was at her house, but she changed that last minute because we were supposed to go out. And I
Mhm.
think this year she wants to go out. She's like, I don't want to do all that cooking, and I'm like, that's fine. Like,
Yeah, we
I just
usually rotate it. We usually go from my mom's to my in-laws.
right,
Usually,
and
my
we're
kids rotate too. So my kids will be with me one year, and they'll be with their mom the next.
right,
Yeah.
and
It's
this year
usually that way.
we're doing something a little different because my kids go to their other side of the family for Thanksgiving every year. Um, I'm doing a Friendsgiving so that this way I can have Thanksgiving with them and have friends there. Dave, you're away. Chris, you're what did you say? You're doing what? You're
Oh,
doing you'll be in
we're not
jail.
gonna be able to.
You'll be in jail.
Yeah.
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 All right. Chris will be in jail. I forget.
Yeah.
We're stripping. I thought it was like something weird. It was a weird thing. It
Uh,
wasn't very Catholic like or Christian like.
Prostitution, I think it was. Yeah.
That's what it was. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. There you go. Yeah.
Come find me at the Illinois Correctional Center, for
Yeah.
women.
Hey,
So,
got to start somewhere.
Yeah,
but
right. Right.
we're still gonna have some people over. We're gonna do that like the week before because, like the first year I was with my wife, like she had Thanksgiving here, and I was just like, okay, I still want to do a turkey. I want to smoke a turkey, so I started smoking a turkey every year. So I definitely always want to.
Yeah, how is that when you smoke that turkey? How is it?
So last year, I smoked the most magnificent turkey. Put
Bet you did.
oranges. I put oranges and onions in it. Okay. And I basted it with butter, bourbon, and citrus.
How long did it take?
About 5.5, 6 hours.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not bad at all. I
Yeah,
want to do that one.
and
That's
the,
some stamina.
the first year, it's like a college kid. And so the first year, I put too much wood in, like, I just smoked it too much. I had too much of that smoking. So I learned to do it at the beginning and then at the end. But that first year that I did it, my son took
Did it
half
dry
of
it
it
out?
back. No, it was good. It was because I inject it. I inject it with love.
So what do you do?
Butter.
You do
And butter.
Well,
sorry,
one of the traditions.
sorry, folks. This is taking a downward spiral.
This
But
is
what do
going
you?
way- I'm trying not to go with it.
I feel like I answered the
makes it
question
hard.
asked to me. Yeah.
No, you did. You did.
Yeah.
So what is it you
It
do?
was
You do
Dave.
orange, and what else?
Orange and onions in the inside. And
Okay.
then I'll do stuffing too because I like that stuff. I feel like the stuffing cooks differently inside the turkey.
Yeah, it gets a lot
And
of
then
flavor.
Yeah. But I also I melt the butter and I inject it. And I put it in the turkey. And I do like a citrus, like I'll squeeze orange juice over top of it. And I inject it with bourbon too, and then I baste it in bourbon.
Now, do you brine it the night before? Because I just recently got a different type of brine. Like I'll go get the brine that they have at the ShopRite and I mix that all up. But then I add some stuff from my own little concoction to give it extra. Like I'll throw apples in it.
Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah. I mean, that's
extra.
I think I want to do that this year, is do the apples as well, because then you can take the apples, and a lot of people take the apples and make an apple pie out of it too.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are making me hungry.
Yeah,
Oof.
and if you do that with bourbon, you make an apple bourbon pie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm missing Friendsgiving now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That sounds tremendous.
Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a couple full apples in there and let it
What
get.
weekend is this?
I make an apple bourbon too.
It's the weekend before
holiday
Thanksgiving.
Season. Weekend before.
Oh, so you do it on the 14th. Yeah, you got the baptism on the 14th.
No, you do the 22nd. 21st to the 22nd.
Oh,
sorry,
yeah. Yes. That's right. It is. It's still, that's the weekend of the baptism.
Yeah. 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 So you're a grandfather now. Let's talk about that.
So,
how's the holiday? How does the holiday?
Can I ask about the apples? Real quick? Do you use red or green? What kind of apples
Red.
do you use?
I used the crisp, the red crisp ones.
Okay.
They got, because I feel like they got the most flavor.
I did red last year, but I actually want to do like all of them this year.
Okay.
And cook them in there.
I was just curious because, I don't.
One of the other,
you guys are way above me on this, so yeah.
Yeah, one of the other traditions that we used to do too is my dad started this when we were old enough to understand. He used to make the turkey neck, and he used to put it on the side. And the biggest thing was head of the table always had the turkey neck. So I was the firstborn, and I used to fight with him to get the neck. And he's like, no, there'll be a day where we'll pass the flag. And just like, 10 years ago is when the flag actually passed.
The passing of the turkey neck.
Yeah, because whatever was left, I got. And I had to heat it up. And I was like, dude, how do you not share this? And he starts laughing. He goes, you're not allowed to touch it.
Oh, okay.
And my grandmother, she would take the gizzards, the hearts, cut them all up, and put in the stuffing. That was
okay. So, are you guys a white meat or a dark meat person?
I'm not a turkey person at all. I actually dislike turkey meat very much.
Really?
Yeah. I'm just there for the stuffing, honestly.
And then whatever else is cooked?
Yeah, whatever else is cooked.
Okay.
I've never been.
I do both.
My sister laughs hysterically at it because
I actually like to take the grill meat, throw it on a grill, and sear it a little bit. Yeah. So it gives it doesn't.
I mean, I'll make a turkey salad afterwards, and
Yeah, I do that too. I make a lot of turkey salad sandwiches.
But you're just not a turkey person.
I think I literally just take the turkey meat and put it on my plate just to say I had turkey for Thanksgiving.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. I know people like that. I mean, aside from you, but yeah. Now I'm a white meat person. My brother is like all about the dark meat. He'd be like, I want the drumstick or whatever, the wing, whatever it is. So he would always take that, and I was always like the breast, the white meat. I don't like the dark meat. I don't know. I've tried it. It's just not my thing.
Yeah,
I like the white meat.
I can't eat it when it comes out of the oven like that. That's why I throw it on the grill to give it a sear, because I think it takes a lot of that. It seems slimy to me. So it's got a weird texture to it. So I throw it on the grill to kind of take that fatty tissue off. It kind of grills it away and puts sear on it, and it actually adds more flavor to it. I put it to the point where it's like kind of borderline burnt.
But I'll tell you what, you guys are lucky if you get a freshly cooked turkey fresh out of the oven, and you're lucky if I don't attack it and take all the skin off of it and eat it.
Oh, the skin's the best. I love it. Oh yeah, I love skin. I could eat that all day.
Oh my God, we sound like cannibals. This is going horribly wrong, but it's so good. Turkey skin fresh out of the oven. Oh my God, my aunt who's a nun, by the way, she used to poke me, and she'd be like, go get some turkey meat. And my dad would be trying to like let the turkey rest and whatever. And so I'd go over and pick at it. And my dad used to slap me. And I'm like, it wasn't me. And then my aunt would steal it out of my hand. My aunt, the nun, by the way, would steal it out of my hand. She'd put me up to it, and I would get in trouble. My dad never yelled at her. It was always me. Yeah. Because I was the idiot that would always go and do it. Okay.
All right. Well, you said it. So, so Thanksgiving, obviously, I feel like it's a 2-day holiday, right? Because you have the actual day, Thanksgiving, and then Friday, right? I know my tradition.
Mine's actually 3. We have 3 days.
Well,
because we take out, me and my brother take off that Wednesday. We go hunting,
right?
All day Wednesday, and then Thursday morning we get up and go hunting, and then by 10 o'clock we're home and starting cooking.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah. I Thursday or the Friday for me was always Christmas decorating. Now we decorate a little bit earlier, but we leave some stuff. So when my kids who are older come, they decorate with us, and then we do a brunch that Friday, and we do cheesesteak and egg breakfast sandwiches.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I do that on the grill.
Sounds great.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So we've been doing that for a few years now, and we do it in the bar, and it's great. It's just great, because it's like, to me, it's the opposite of like a very formal Thanksgiving dinner type deal.
Yeah.
So, so that's what we do, and then we finish decorating for Christmas, and the lights go up. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what my dad used to do when we were younger. He would do it. Now he's older. He don't do it anymore. He waits till we come over, and we all jump in full gear, me and my brothers, and he just dictates. He points the finger and, all right, put this over there, put that over there.
The one thing I never did.
Clark hands the lights over to Rusty. Here you go.
Yeah.
So the one thing I never did, though, is I never did Black Friday shopping.
Oh, that's crazy.
I never could do.
You're not missing anything. We don't do it anymore. Everything's done online.
I mean, does it even exist anymore?
No, if it does,
I think so.
I'm not out in the public anymore to know it, because I refuse to go.
What malls?
Well, I don't know, because Black Friday, like, people leave dinner and then they go and line up, and then, like, I don't actually see it myself because I do not leave the house on Thanksgiving, because I want to avoid all that mess. But like, you see it on the news. It's like stores open 11:59, and people are like ready to like run in there like they're doing the running of the bulls. It's crazy. Clark, where's the Tylenol?
God
Jesus.
damn it.
Shitter's full, Clark. Shitter's full.
God.
Oh,
Good
my.
Lord. Anyway, back to Black Friday. My earphones keep falling out. Back to Black Friday. I think it's a bit ridiculous that people line up and they have to be the first in the store. Seriously? Why didn't you think about this sooner?
Yeah, but are people really lining up to go to stores now? I mean, how many stores are there?
They
I don't
show
know
it on the
malls
news. I don't
They
know.
show it on the news, but honestly, I don't know what they're lining up for, because I know when my kids were little, the one thing that they wanted was, like, my oldest wanted the Wii. So we knew we'd go to the store and we'd go out and they would have like a bundle, which was cheap. So you go out there, it was a decent, you got a game or whatever with it, the whole 9 yards. But we get in line. I remember to this day how nuts it was. I got in line and I was third in line, which I never thought in a million years I'd be third in line for this thing. I thought it'd be like towards the tail end of it, because I'm like, slow getting to the punch. But got there, and when I went in there, I actually went and spent the money.
Slow like Chris's left eye. Go ahead.
So I bought 3, and I put the other 2 on eBay, and I actually made $200 extra on each one.
Oh, did you?
Did you have to fist fight anybody for them? Like, was
no,
it pushing
but I
and
will tell you
shoving or
this.
anything?
I went to Walmart one time to get a TV because they had a TV on sale, and I'm like, I want that TV. I don't care. So I went there, and all I was there for was to get the TV.
Yeah.
When I went in the store and pushing a cart, when I tell you people are psychotic, like, it brings out, I don't even know if it's humanly possible, the kind of people that come out of the woodworks for this stuff.
I know.
But I was pushing a cart, and I was literally pushing slow, just so nobody would run into me when I wouldn't run into anybody else. I was trying to be polite to the older people. This girl come flying around the corner with a cart, bangs into mine, and then looks at me like I'm at fault, and gives me the dirty look and mumbles under her breath. Like, I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
I think
it's a material thing. Like, it's not that important.
Yeah, it's really not.
Well, I mean, and I think they made movies about it, but I think I don't think it's as big as what it used to, and that just because people try to avoid it and do the online shopping, and I think like the online shopping thing, I think that was like actually like it was kind of marketed like avoid the Black Friday shopping or avoid the crowds, avoid the lines, and just go in here and then hope that your present gets here by Christmas. Because if you're ordering at Black Friday, you ain't friggin' getting it in this day and age with Amazon.
No.
And the one thing I've noticed that more and more people are doing, we did this with my family a couple years ago, and it was like really the first time I've heard of it, and I thought it was a fantastic idea. People are doing experiences now instead of gifts. So what we did was my aunt said, oh, we'll get the kids, my cousin's 2 daughters, we'll get them gifts, but nobody else. A couple years ago, I went to San Francisco to visit my cousin and stayed with her family, and my aunt and uncle were there. And my cousin has 2 little kids. And so the rule was we were going to buy gifts for the kids, but none of the adults. And so what we did, instead of spending money on buying everybody gifts, we spent it on experiences. So we did like a family bowling day, and we had so much fun. We did the Charles Schulz Museum. And that was really, really cool, like totally cool. We went out to dinners, got a babysitter for the kids, and, went out to a family dinner.
One set of adults like set an experience up for one day. Oh, nice. That is
cool. So instead of buying gifts that are just going to sit around, collect dust, be waste of money after a couple years, we would do like things together and make the family memories. So, and I feel like more and more people are doing that now. Instead of buying gifts, they're doing experiences, which I think is great because,
like
they're the
hookers and blow. That's an experience.
Hookers and blow. Exactly. So,
Happy Thanksgiving.
Oh my God. So you get to, yeah, you get to make these memories that'll last a lifetime, and you're getting to spend time with the people that you love and care about, because you never know when your last day with that person's going to be. So, you build these memories instead of, spending money. And like, isn't that basically like what the holidays is all about? Is like,
Chris,
spending
we're
time
sitting
with
here
people
talking
that you
about
love.
good stuff and holidays and hookers and
Yeah.
blowing. Then you went with dying and not sharing that day with them.
I didn't say dying. I just said you get to spend memories, and you'll have those memories for a lifetime.
You can
instead of
have
wasting your
memories
money.
with hookers and blow. I mean, there's a lot of memories to be had. Right, Dave?
Keep it up, and one of these days is going to be your last day.
You could get a lot of things out of that.
I mean,
bad stuff.
Yeah. Thank you.
Keep it up, Jay. And you know what? One of my last memories.
That's one of the gifts that keeps on giving.
Right. I'm telling you, Jay. One of these days, this podcast is going to be my last memory of you talking about hookers and blow. If you keep it up.
Not from all the way over here.
Yeah. Yeah. Whatever.
Okay.
I touch you.
So, oh my God, I'm having an issue here. So if
you wear them correctly.
I do wear them correctly. I don't want anybody. I like my hair to be seen.
He doesn't want to mess up his hair.
Yeah, you don't want to mess up the
Vanity.
suave.
It's so hot.
See, if you did this, you don't have to worry about that stuff.
I know. It just gets hot. That's all. Anyway, so obviously Thanksgiving being the holiday that leads into Christmas, it kind of goes from there. What do you think Thanksgiving has changed because of the times, in the sense of, I mean, I know, Kris, like you had a few months out, you saw Christmas decorations. But do you feel like people lose sight of Thanksgiving? One of the things I enjoy now as an older adult is getting up, having a cup of coffee, and watching the Thanksgiving parade. You know,
that's what we kind of do.
So, but do you think some of that is
without the coffee
is
watch,
lost?
and I have the call.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I think, as you get older, you learn to appreciate these holidays more. I know I certainly have. Thanksgiving has always been one of my favorites. Thanksgiving and Christmas are my two favorite holidays. And I look at Halloween as the springboard into the good season. You know, I'm not a Halloween person. I could give or take Halloween, whatever. Thanksgiving is one of my favorite holidays. I enjoy the cooking of the turkey and the smell of all the foods in the house, and, the gathering of your friends and family and stuff like that. And I just don't think that's something people do anymore. I mean, maybe they do, but I think the younger generation feels like it's an obligation.
Yeah, because you never know if they're going to be there the next day.
Oh my God.
Did I ruin it for you?
No, you didn't ruin it for me.
You got to kiss and hug them too.
Yeah, I know. But no, I just think, as you get older, the Thanksgiving Day parade was it was never on my radar. But now that you said you like getting up, having a cup of coffee, and watching Thanksgiving Day parade, because you said that, I might actually tune in and watch the Thanksgiving Day parade this year.
It's the Macy's. You have the Macy's one. Yeah. It's just cool. It's a cool, it kind of gets you
festive. There's a bunch of them. There's the spirit. Rose Bowl. There's Fiesta Bowl parade. They all do parades. Everybody does parade.
Yeah. I will say the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade, I like looking to see what kind of balloons they have.
Right.
They're pretty cool. Some of them are pretty cool, and some of them are what is that? But it's just, I'm just
the inflatables are always a big thing. I think a lot of it, back to what you were saying, Jay, as far as stuff getting lost, I think in this day and age, I feel like it's rushed.
Yeah.
I think people come down, they're just they're ready to you eat. Oh, gotta go. Got stuff I got to do. It's really difficult for me to get my entire family, as far as my kids go, because everybody's got schedules now. Everybody's grown.
Yeah.
They're adults. They got their own lives. They want to do their own thing. So a lot of times I feel like it's rushed. So now I prep everybody, a week ahead. I try to anyway, prep everybody a week ahead of time. Say, listen, this is what we're doing. You're coming over. We're going to eat. And we're going to spend family time together, because your grandparents are older, and back to your point, we don't know how much longer they're going to be here. So you kind of want to enjoy the time you have with them.
See?
And, but this is the spiel I have to give them to back off the speed demons, because I'm telling you, they fly in and out of here, and if there was a red light, they get tickets because they go through everyone.
Right, because they just
the kids want to be with their friends. They want to be with their friends. They don't care about family.
Yeah,
And
that family
that's the
thing got
thing, like,
lost.
right. And I feel like the older you get, the more important the family aspect becomes.
Yes.
But like when you're young, you want to be with your friends. And that's why, and my grandmother was like, my grandmother was the best. She had an open door policy. It's like, if you have friends at school and they don't have anywhere to go, bring them over. It's totally fine. And we would have like high school friends, college friends. It didn't matter. She was open door policy. She's like, come on in. Everyone's welcome. And that's the thing. So you still got to spend time with your friends and your family, and like your friends then became part of your family, and and of course, the families of the kids who were like out of state that were hanging out with you, their families appreciated the fact that their kid had some place to go for Thanksgiving, because the plane ticket was too expensive to come home, or they, whatever was going on, and they weren't going to be meeting up with their own family. Everybody had a place to go when it came to my grandmother's house. Like, my grandmother's house was it. Like, that's where you went, and she was very giving and very, always welcoming, and and like it was great, because then like, the kids started coming around and, spending more time with my grandmother. It was awesome. Like, but I feel like all of that got lost, and you start, you get older, you get married, you have kids, then your kids grow up, they have their own families, and everyone kind of separates, but it's really nice to all come back together and celebrate the holidays together.
Yeah, the other part of that is too, like you said, you get married, well, now you have your in-laws and your parents. So like you have to kind of combine traditions a little bit. You got to kind of make a leeway. And as time goes on, even with your kids, like none of my stepdaughter's married. So I'm starting to see it with her. None of my kids are married yet. So when they get married, I could see it's even going to get like, it's going to be even harder.
It gets harder and harder. And at some point, that whatever traditions you do at your house, like, unless you're going to have them all there, then you're going to have to like go to one of their houses. And like, especially like when grandbabies are there, then you're going to have you're going to have to go to your daughter's house now. And you're going to have to,
because it's easier for us to do.
Right.
Versus
then bringing the kids out. I mean, not that I'm a big person on like, I also think that they should take the kids out. Like, but she just, had the baby. I'm not saying yours in particular, but there are parents who say, once I have kids, I'm not going anywhere. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because I put my kids in a car and took them all around. Like,
my parents, we always went and saw our grandparents with them.
Yeah.
Like, they never, and it's like I don't know. I'm so old school that when these things come out and the changes happen, it's hard for me to swallow it. I get so mad, so frustrated sometimes where I go from 0 to 60 on them, because I'm like, I don't like changing.
No, but I don't.
Like,
but the one thing
for me, it's not changing. It's like, I'm realizing now that my kids are older that, when I like it, because I'm seeing like I want to spend this time with them before they have this family, right? Before they have this thing where I'm going to have to just kind of take bits and pieces, and they want to go off with their friends who they consider family and this, that, and the other. And I think for me, it's not that I don't like change. I think I'm realizing my own mortality in it, because like Kris said, we're all going to die. And like, I know it's funny that I say it like that, but I'm actually not meaning it like I'm actually not joking when I say it, because in reality, we look at our ages and we're going, we only have few more years left.
I make a point and I get crucified, and now he's going back on it. He's doubling down on it. Like, okay, all right.
Yeah, like it was my idea.
Well, he is the host, Kris, we don't get to
I tell you. But the one thing I really like about it is when, damn headphones. What I really like about it is when both sides of the family come together, where both sets of grandparents get along with each other. They all come together.
My sister has that with her in-laws.
Yeah, aunts, uncles, like everybody, the cousins all get along, and everybody can come together as a family and really enjoy it. It's what bothers me is when you have like one set of grandparents and, they're doing their thing. The other set of grandparents are doing their thing. And then the kids are kind of stuck. Okay, well, we have to go to this grandparent's house at 1:00. We have to be at your other grandparents at 4:00. Why can't everybody just come together and just have one?
Yeah, and I think that's my biggest problem, is because like the other part to that too is like, I am the person to turn around and be like, oh, you got all that to do? Like, don't worry about us then. And then
Yeah.
what I realize is that then you start losing out on that, and they start
Mm,
condoning that. So it's like you gotta find that middle ground where
yeah.
you're like,
It's
okay, like maybe
yeah.
not today, but tomorrow can we still get together and do this for this? And maybe we make a
Yeah.
tradition of our own. So you don't have to worry about doing something that day, and I don't have to worry about not seeing you.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of that, it makes it even harder when you have that issue too, where the grandparents maybe not don't get along, but just haven't been around each other long enough
Yeah.
to have that interaction. Like I've been very fortunate that with my second marriage, my in-laws and my mom and dad have gotten along
Same.
in certain
My
situations
Yeah.
where
mother-in-law and
yeah.
well, my parents are dead, so that's probably why. So go ahead, Dave. Sorry. Yeah.
So my in-laws acts my parents don't really go anywhere anymore like for holidays
Right.
because they're older and they'd rather stay home. But my in-laws always invite them over. Like if we're having it something that my in-laws, they'll be like, "Oh, what's your mom and dad doing? Tell them to come over."
Mhm.
And they'll come over
Mhm.
and they'll hang. And then my mom and dad always have a good time when they're there. I've
And I love
never
that.
Yeah.
yeah, and my mom, she's
Yeah.
the first one like I can read her like a book. Like if I feel like she's uncomfortable or she's having an issue with something that's going on, like I can read it in her face.
Yeah.
And every time that we've invited her over to my in-laws, she's been like, no problem. She's like, I love it. It's like so nice here. Everything's
Yeah.
they welcome you with open
Mhm.
arms. It's never been
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
odd or anything like that.
Awesome.
Yeah. I love that. I think
Yeah.
that's great. And I think that's good role modeling for the kids. Like everybody can get along, and even if you have some sort of issue, just put it aside for one day,
Yeah.
because at the end of the day, what if, family and friends, they're there for each other, and, you can't pick your family, but you can, choose your friends, and there's friends that you choose to make your family, and everybody should just get along. It's the holidays, and, it shouldn't just be around the holidays either, but it should be like all the time. But, especially the holidays, because you don't really know what's going on in people's lives. You don't really know what's happening. What are you doing, you weirdo? Oh
I'm
my
listening. Go
God.
ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. You don't really know what's going on. You just welcome them in, and, some people don't have a place to go. Some people may not have the food, maybe they can't afford the food, whatever. They don't want you to know about what's going on, but invite them and just get along. And, whether it's family, whether it's friends, just all come together. Just all come together, because you just don't know what life has in store for you. And,
'Cause you could
Thanksgiving, I
die.
feel like, because you could die, but I also feel like, with Thanksgiving, as I've gotten older, it makes me, it's not just about a Thanksgiving dinner, the
Right.
food, the turkey, the football,
Right.
blah
The
blah blah.
turkey was
Like
alive 2
now, as
days
I get
ago,
older,
and now it's dead.
Yeah.
Drop it.
Now
and
it's
now it's
bad.
dead. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
and it's yummy in my tummy. But, now it's like you come together, and you're just grateful for the things that you have, and for the people that are in your life. And, as I've gotten older, I've become more grateful for the non-materialistic things I have, and more about the people who are there, and, just all the fortune that I have in my life. I mean, I know that sounds like really
No,
hokey,
that's
but
beautiful, but we're taking this as your closing remark, but go ahead. It was
Mhm.
beautiful. You're up, Dave.
again, everybody,
Yeah.
Thanksgiving, please come and visit me at the Illinois Women's Correctional Center, because after this podcast is over, I will be flying to New Jersey and killing Jay.
Go ahead, Dave. You're up.
Oh, thanks. Now, my closing remarks are this. I think for people that are watching this, I think we need, as a society, maybe slow things down a little bit, start to
Mhm.
enjoy the family time a little more, and create more memories that you have to look back on. Because I think that everything is so rushed and commercialized anymore that it pushes things quick, and the day's gone before it even starts. We used to sit there in the football games and drag it out, and you'd take a nap after you had done eating, and you'd wake up and
Mhm.
look at everybody. Oh, it's time for dessert, and then everybody's still there chit chat, talking, doing their own thing. And now is less of that, and I think that's what
Mhm.
drives me crazy is the fact that the day goes by so quick that you look back, and I even miss out on pictures because I know my mom used to love pictures.
Yeah.
Are we gonna take pictures? Can I
I'm
get
the same
pictures?
way. I
Mhm.
love pictures.
Mhm.
Whole family have pictures, and it gets so quick and so fast that it's like you get to the end of the day, you're like, I didn't take a single picture of what the table
Yeah.
looked like, and then that even frustrates me even more. And I mean, some of my kids to get to the point where they're like, I gotta go, and I'm like, no, No, you're staying. You're staying. And they get mad at me, and I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Just staying. Because you're going to look back on this, and you're going to be like, you know what? I'm glad my dad kept me there and made me stay. Because I don't think I think a lot of it at this juncture, when they were little, they didn't realize it as much, like what was going on. And then as time went on and society changed, they didn't have the chance to sit and experience what we experienced. It already went into the change.
But see, here's the thing. Like, it's funny because I look back now and there are things that I appreciate that I didn't appreciate when I was a kid. And I'm not talking like family or like, just for example, take a Christmas movie. Like, there's a Christmas movie now I may appreciate that I thought back then was dumb. I think, our perspectives change, right, as we go through this process. But I think their perspective and the younger generation's perspective is a very rushed perspective and generation, because if you think about it, they're rushed at work, they're rushed at school, they're rushed in the supermarket, they're rushed. Everything's like, how can I pay this quickly? Use my phone app, use this app, use that app, order online. I don't have time to go shopping because I'm rushed. And I feel as though that's why you feel that way, Dave. You're not wrong, but you feel that way because that's the generation we live in. Nobody, and you sit there and you should slow down and you should stop and you should really.
And it's hard to do that because like, you're getting fought. Like, they're like, come on, old man, you got to get up with the times. I'm like, yeah.
We could be up with the times, but let's sit there and talk. Get off your phone. But
exactly.
But I just want to say that
we had a rule.
Okay.
I'm sorry. No. We had a rule. No.
Time. You just go.
Well, no. I just want to say because you said get off your phone.
Yep. Okay.
We had a rule when I was living overseas. We had a rule when we got together: phones in the middle, and everyone
like
had
a
to
basket,
take their phone,
right?
and
yeah.
And they put them in the middle, and you were not allowed to touch your phone until the end of the night was over. Phones had to stay in the middle, and we piled them on top of each other, so it was like deck of cards like this, and you just didn't touch your phone. It was phones in the middle, phone. And I'm always the picture taker during like any event. I'm the one on a trip, I'll be lagging 2 blocks behind because I'm busy taking pictures. And that's important to do because one day you're going to look back. I'm totally ignoring him. You're going to look back and you're going to be glad that you had these random moments, that you're going to be glad. You are I don't like you today. But you look back and you're like, oh, and you send the pictures to everybody and people are like, oh my God, we had a Christmas party last year. And Joe said to me, did you get any pictures? And I'm like, no, I didn't. But now that we've talked about this, I'm going to remember, get the phone out and take pictures, but then put it down.
But see, the other part to that too, Kris, is like, our generation is like, oh, that's great. You took pictures. Like, I'll sit back and I'll just like take pictures, while everybody's talking, eating, and be like, that's the memory I want to take in. And the younger generation is like, well, why didn't you tell us? I don't like the way I looked in that picture. You didn't we didn't pose.
Oh my God.
Like, Jesus.
That's my bad side.
Yeah. Like my dad used to walk around with a 8mm camera and a VHS camera and all that.
Look at your old pictures your mom and dad had. They had pictures of people sitting there talking, not even looking at the camera.
Boogers in their nose, food hanging out their mouth, whatever. But to go back,
holding a cigarette in their hand.
But to go back to my closing statement before I was so rudely interrupted, I just want to say
it's your last day anyway.
Yeah, it's my last
day on Earth anyway, because I'm coming to kill you. So yeah.
So
make it good.
We have record of this.
So I just want to say that one of you guys brought up role models, and I just want you guys to know that you two are my role models, and that I appreciate you. I appreciate your emotional maturity. I appreciate your leadership skills and everything you have to offer in our friendship. So thank you.
I'm not even sure what to do with that. I'm kind of speechless, but thanks.
Yeah, well, if you didn't cut me off, it would have been a lot smoother transition. You probably would have believed it a lot more.
Yeah, well,
or a lot less.
Love goes mutual. Love's mutual.
Anyway,
we feel the same about you, Jay.
Anyway, thanks for listening to Three Friends and All the Things podcast, and everybody have a wonderful non-talking on your phone or apps. I want you guys to stop, take pictures, and enjoy your Thanksgiving. Remember to be safe out there, and remember who you are. Thanks for listening.
Come and knock on our door. Come and knock on our door. We are
Eat
waiting
that turkey,
for you.
baby.
We've been waiting for you.
So much wrong with all of you.
I know.
Thanks for listening to the show. Be sure to like and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. See you next time on Three Friends and All the Things podcast. Real talk, real people. New episodes drop every week, so hit follow, leave a review, and tell your messiest friend to listen to. You know the one I'm talking about. Until next time, keep it real, keep it loud, and keep doing all the things.
This is a collect call. Will you please accept charges from the IWC? This is a collect call from the Illinois Women's Correctional Facility. Do you accept the charges?